Cactus Jim speaking from southern Arizona. Arizona being the most gun-friendly state in the Union, and I'm happy to be living here. We also get a lot of nice weather. Just don't visit us in June. So this is a review of the Rock Island Armory 1911 chambered for 10 millimeter. First I'll show you the difference in cartridges. To the left is a 9 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and the long cartridge is a 357 Magnum. In terms of comparison, this is a 1911 chambered for 45 ACP. It's a circa 1974 Llama, which I've owned since then. I'm an old gun nut, and this actually is a very good gun. I've fired so many rounds through this gun and not ever had a problem, and it's not expensive. You can still buy them new, but this is not a review of that. I have a separate review of the Llama actually on here. So back to this gun. The first thing that I noticed when I unboxed the gun, and by the way it comes in a box, which I don't think you need to see, comes in a box with a moon clip and oh yes, an extra magazine. It's a double stack, 16 rounds in the magazine. There's a logo. These 1911s were manufactured in the Philippines using American machinery. I believe it had the military set up machine shops over there during World War II. So that the Arms Corps imports these Rock Island Armory guns and began in 1952, I believe. Arms Corps started way back in 1905 when the first Squires Bingham and Company headquarters was established in the Philippines, and then they traded clothing, firearms, ammo, and other items. The company was eventually bought and renamed Sportsman Headquarters in 1930, and then an entrepreneur, Don Celcio Tuason, brought the company around the start of World War II. And anyway, so according to what I've read, these 1911s they made in the Philippines are more loyal to the original 1911 template than many made in America. And the Filipinos have always been good allies with us and have been very respectable handgun heritage. During the war, many Japanese soldiers' last sight was of a Filipino guerrilla aiming in 1911. So, like all Rock Island 1911s, each one is built using 4140 ordnance steel and the industry's best CNC machines, American made, as I said, hand fitted and tested to strict tolerance guidelines. The gun is a heavy gun, okay, especially with the double stack magazine. It actually weighs a little more than 3.5 pounds. So you're not going to want to carry it around all day. Just to compare, this is a single stack 45 ACP in 1911, weighs about 2.5 pounds, almost a pound lighter. And here's a 9mm CZ 75, full-size CZ. Also holds 16 or 17 rounds, but weighs less than 2.5 pounds, about 2.25 pounds with the full magazine. So that'll give you a comparison in terms of weight. So I don't see it as being like definitely not very concealable. although Dirty Harry concealed a 8 3/8 inch 44 Magnum. Nonetheless, if you carry a heavy gun around like this all day, and it's going to pull on one side of your body, and eventually it's going to cause problems to your spine. I know this because I had a friend who worked for the Secret Service and completely ruined his back by carrying around a conventional 1911 for years. So anyway, but a very, very good home defense weapon, especially chambered for the 10 millimeter. The ballistics are almost similar to the 357 Magnum, actually. I have a cheat sheet here I've got to read from, but okay, the 10 millimeter flies at between 12 and 1300 feet per second, depending on the ammo. The 45 ACP at 775 feet per second, give or take, okay? The 10 millimeter produces 37,500 PSI pressure versus 21,000 for the 45. The 357 flies at 1,450 feet per second with Federal jacketed hollow points. That's the heavier bullet, to like 158 grains or something. The lighter 357 Federal would fly a little faster or a little slower. Well, you get the idea. It's very similar. The pressure on the 357 is 35,000 psi. Again, almost identical to the 10 millimeter. So it's like you have a 16 round 357 Magnum in the house. So for home defense, I don't see that you need anything else. And of course you have an extra magazine with 16 more rounds. And by the way, on this gun, the magazine change is really effortless. I have to do everything with one hand because I'm holding the camera. Very light pressure and it releases the magazine, and magazine slides back in like that. I mean, very little pressure, 3 or 4 pounds. Real quick change in the magazine. So if you have 25 or 30 people breaking into your house at once, intending to do you harm, well, you can defeat the threat. Another issue might be the problem could be you, if that many people are out to kill you. Nonetheless, for whatever reason, this one gun should protect you in just about any scenario. And if you're like me, you may have other guns to back it up. So this 9mm CZ holds 16 or 17 rounds. And I have an extra magazine for that. And I have an extended magazine for that. So I'm prepared for just about any damn thing. But look, I'm an old guy, so I can't fight with my fists very well anymore. What else do I need to tell you about this? So it's got a fiber optic front sight, and it's got adjustable rear sight. See if we can take a look. Show you the rear sight. See the 2 dots on the side? Really makes for accurate shooting, and I'm not a great shot. Check out the grip. Really nice parkerized finish, very smooth and even, regular. What else? So they're actually called G10 tactical grips, and it has a trigger pull. I tested it about 4 pounds. And that's what they claim, 4 to 6 pound trigger pull. So I don't know what else to say about it. It seems like a very indestructible firearm. I believe that if you drop this gun off of the Empire State Building in New York, and it was run over by a cement truck. You could go pick it up and fire it. So that's how indestructible it seems to me. As far as the cost, I paid about $600 for it, brand new. Don't know what the MSRP is. I think it's worth it. I really like it. I haven't fired hundreds of rounds from it, a couple of boxes. Works fine, no problems. And it's a keeper. Check it out at your gun shop. Okay. So, just going to let the music play out. If you want to hear the music. Oh, by the way, music as compliments of Southern Soldier is the name of the album. Second South Carolina String Band. Really good music. You'll like it. That's all the information. If you want to hear the music, you can keep listening. I'm going to have myself a drink. This is Thumb Butte Rodeo Rye Whiskey, 100 proof. Okay, really good whiskey if you can get it. It's distilled in Prescott, Arizona, actually. Okay, enjoy the sport. Be safe. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Check out my other videos, Taurus 44 Magnum. As I mentioned, the Llama 1911. And I've done a review on this gun too. Never mind. Taurus TCP. A car, KAHR 911. I mean 911. 9mm. Taurus Tracker 22 Magnum. I reviewed that. Thanks for watching. So I'm just going to let this song play out.